It's what I recommended, though. So, we're not going to be on here too long. What's up, guys? Let's pull the thing up here. Let's go, bros. All right. Not real proud of my brackets, but however, you should be. And a few others here. Let me see. Steidel, I believe, doing really well. And while mine on the surface is like, hey, what are you talking about, man? You got 17 and 18 games right, respectively, in your two brackets. Well, if you look ahead, I put a lot of weight in Kentucky and Auburn. Not good. The Southeastern Conference overall on my first bracket really heavily favored the Southeastern Conference. Second bracket, not so much. You know, I didn't have Auburn doing as much damage. Unfortunately, I had Kentucky in the championship game in both brackets. That is unfortunate. What, do I have this thing on private or something? My God. Thought I'd at least get one person here. What's going on, man? We're a minute deep. I don't have one fucking person. This is sad. This is worse than my bracket video. Can I at least pull up my own video? I'm being shadow banned, dude. This is ridiculous. Alright, so we got a thumbs up. There must be somebody there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me turn that down. Hey, Rebecca's here. We got a couple commenters. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Rebecca? Hey, happy Friday. There we go. Maybe it just took a moment. Nico. What's up? What's up? Greetings from Chicago. Hey, you like my sweatshirt here? Yeah. Big Chicago fan. Just the city in general. Not necessarily the Bulls, the Cubs, the lake, Sears Tower. I just like it all. This was like a hand-me-down from my mom. Cut a nice long sleeve out of it. That was nice. Cubs all day, huh? All the way. Hey, what's up, Austin? So, I don't know why. YouTube's really pushing this vertical thing. If it's driving you crazy, hey, what's up, Spud? Perhaps the champion, Spud, doing really well. YouTube was really pushing the vertical thing, and I'm trying out an iPad. If it looks really weird, that's, you know, if it looks different or it's just like, what's going on here, man? Don't worry, the vertical's not going to become a thing. And maybe I'll like the iPad, I feel like, perhaps. I can't even see, I don't know. Luckily, I got my monitor pulled up here where I can see the chat as well. I started to figure some things out on my phone after doing like 50 live chats. There it is. There, Eddie left a comment down there. I guess it's just so damn small. Guys, I need to get glasses. It's embarrassing, but, you know, we all get old. Our eyes get old. Eyes are one of the first things. I'm pretty lucky I've made it this far. I'm 64 years old. I have never worn glasses, and I barely have any gray hair. That's not bad for being 72 years old. Is it, Spud? See, Spud, I haven't looked real deep into yours. I don't know if you're like me, where you're like, yeah, I haven't lost a lot of games, but the games I lost were real important. What's up, Moeller? I know. I do have me a pair of those. They're not great, though, and I even have like a little single, must be out there in the living room, even like a little small magnifier every now and then I can just use. I can hit on something. Every now and then there's an app that won't expand. I got my font like ridiculously big when I'm texting. Like every word starts a new line. It's so big. Just to read a simple text message, it's like, hey, what's up, man? You coming down? It's like this big. All right, so let's look at some results here. Where are we? So we got, I see Spud. Okay, you're still first. Max points. All right, you're still tied with Pockets of Buckets. Steidel and Spud Cakes. All right, so you guys are all still tied for first. Then we got Smeelaws, Lawn Boy Dave. He's been lurking near the top. Oh, Uncle Dirty jumping in there. Tom Pickering. He's been lurking near the top the whole time. RGS, GJ, W Pacey, Pocket, W Pace 33, Noogie hanging in there. We got another Steidel. Finally, we get down to an F Zappa 20 after Squirming Skies and Ja Volunteer, Z Wolf. Got Backup and Sorite. Happily Deranged. Ooh, Happily Deranged had Kentucky. We got a couple people that had Kentucky there. What about Max? How are we looking for Max? So, we got ESPN fan doing well here. Backup doing well. Debo 15, Uncle Dirty, Straight Fives, RGS, Spud Cakes, and Pockets of Buckets. All right, so you guys all still definitely in the running. My Mac's not good. Let's see who Pockets of Buckets has in the Final Four. I'll get back to the chat here in just a moment. Arizona over Illinois, okay. Tennessee over Marquette. So all four still alive and not looking bad. What about Spud Cakes? What do you got in the Final Four? They all still alive and looking good. Connecticut, Carolina, okay. Marquette, Creighton, okay. A little Big East action, huh? Serious Big East action. Well, it's better than my Southeastern Conference action. What about Steidel? Who's he got in the Final Four? Probably Tennessee. Oh, he's got Tennessee winning the whole thing. He's got Tennessee over Florida, Alabama over Iowa State. Oh, the Florida lost today. That was a crazy game. They lost 102 to 100 to Colorado. The shot Colorado hit at the buzzer was crazy. Colorado blew a bit of a lead. Not as quite as bad as Nevada yesterday. Who else we got here in the running? Let's see what Uncle Dirty's got. Connecticut, Carolina, Marquette, Gonzaga. And then unfortunately, F Zappa 20, the supposed ringleader here, Carolina, Connecticut, Kansas, Kentucky. And I had Auburn doing pretty well. Not on this one. I didn't have Auburn doing as well on this one, number 2. So there's still some games to play. We got Purdue over here. I love that these games are on HBO Max this year, too. You know, you're always stuck just watching a CBS game or looking on the internet. You know, I know there was like the app would sometimes offer you some games. But it's nice having them all there on HBO Max, all the True TV and wherever else, TNT, wherever these games air. Looks like Vermont has finally fallen behind if that game's not over. Vermont was hanging in there with Duke for quite a while. Purdue now up by 15 on Grambling. Looks like Alabama's going to beat Charleston. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Vermont. Last time I saw they were down 9. But they were hanging in there. All right, so that about does that. What else? Let me take a look here. Let me get back over to the chat. So we still got some games to go, and we still got a long way to go in the tournament. Probably somebody that's lurking down here around 18th place. Mary Elizabeth not doing too bad. She had one where she picked the Flyers to win the whole thing. All right, well, that's not. Who knows? Why not? Who knows? Better than my Kentucky pick. At least Dayton won a game so far. Flyers play tomorrow, 12:45 p.m. on CBS if you're interested. All right. Hey, what's up, Fish Finder? Not yet, Brandon. Not yet. But I figure, you know, if I was going to go to Deer Creek, I wouldn't necessarily need to get tickets too far in advance. So possibly that. I do have tickets to King Gizzard's Summer Tour show, Bill Burr's Summer Tour. I am doing that, confirmed. So going to do some other things. Got a big wedding somewhere in there. Woo! Doom, doom, da, doom. Wait, was that the... I want to play the Darth Vader theme. Dun, 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 dun. Spud needs readers on top of his regular glasses. I did see that, Chase. Actually, a friend of mine sent me that. I don't know, what was that, like a comment? He commented on a picture or something like that. I didn't see what that was. My friend just sent me like a screenshot of it. Pretty cool. I know they were hanging out together at that festival this summer, getting some pictures. They seem to hang out and enjoy Billy, whereas Goose, it seemed like they wanted no part of Goose. I don't know what the Goose disrespect was all about. You know, the more I got into Giz, the more I thought maybe like I'd rather hang out with like Joey probably than Stu, I think. Maybe even Cookie. Probably hang out with Cookie, watch a game. Yes, NC State. I don't know why I did not believe in them. I didn't believe in the ACC overall exactly. Let me take a look, Mr. Plow. Is that your name, Mr. Plow? On your in the game? That was your name, I assume. Oh, I guess switch this over. Might be missing some things. Oh, yeah, they're a 12 seed, right? Who playing St. Mary's? Yeah, I think I considered. I don't think I pulled the trigger, but I did consider picking them. I think I ended up going with James Madison in Vermont as my crazy upsets on day two. I hit a couple of upsets. Like I think I hit an 11 seed, hit a 10 seed. I mean, I don't know. That's not that great. What was your name again, dude? Mr. Plow? Yeah. Mr. Plow. That's what I'm looking for, right? Oh no, you're job volunteer. No, you got to mention you're either doing okay right now and then going forward. Yeah, there you are. You're in seventh, which is basically third or fourth. You got a few people tied for third, got a few people tied for fourth, and then there's a bunch of us at seventh. Job volunteer. That's your first one, anyhow. I don't know if you put in two or not. And then going forward, you got your maximum points available is not bad, 1670. Let me take a look and see who you got in your final four, how those teams looking. You got Connecticut over Carolina, Purdue over Kentucky. See, that's what hurts you too. I got the same thing, fucking Kentucky. I don't even like the SEC. I don't know why I believed so much in them. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, you got three of your final four available. Connecticut obviously looked great today. Carolina won last night. Purdue is winning. Purdue, Grambling hung around with them a little bit in the first half, but that has since changed. Purdue's up by almost 20 now, 52 to 33. Hey, what's up, Dan Z? Sitting here talking brackets. Spud is doing really well. I could have had Floppy Jalopy filled out my bracket and would have done better than I am doing. James Madison, yeah. Hey, what's up, SE? Mary Rose, Miles, and Cashew. I know, I always forget his name's Miles. We sometimes still call him Miles. That's why, like when he's in trouble. He's mostly Floppy Jalopy, though. El Floppo. I kind of like El Floppo. It's pretty good. If you guys are wondering who the hell is that, it's my black cat. You guys like that badge, man? Spud, Mr. Plow, you guys like your badges? SE? And I had to sneak in I'm glad that several of you are here. And I don't know if many members even care, but I did say I would try to do like a members live stream at one point. And cool, I think that's that's a lie. That's Lights at a Phish show. And then you get like Bob Weir doing some yoga at some point as a badge. You guys might even have some special emojis I tried to add. Some point you get a picture of Trey, I think, maybe some fire. I'm not sure. Can't even remember now. You think I would know? I'm just kind of the producer over here. I forget. I don't know what I did. Cool. Mr. Plow likes it. And then, yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, and then eventually I'll be like, we'll be up to April. There's the Bob Weir doing some yoga. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know what I would say that would inspire that emoji, but it's pretty cool, right? Maybe it's just something weird. I don't know. Phish is well. I don't know. We're describing that parts of that chalk dust torture jam. You just hit that Bob Weir emoji. Maybe Deer Creek, and then I'm also Dan Z. I'm going to see Bill Burr, and Mary got us tickets to go see Bill Burr for my birthday, and then we're also going to see King Gizzard, and then I might do Deer Creek. We'll see though. No guarantees there. Also going to see Sebastian later on this year at the Nutter Center. I did not get any crunchies this year, SE. I know I was big into going to the candy store last year around this time. I remember I got me some flavored water. Still got the water bottles up there. The New York seltzers. Oh yeah, that was big. Got some candy cigarettes. Oh, Bill Burr's in St. Louis. No kidding. Awesome. Cool. He's gonna be here in May. Got the big wedding coming up. Yeah. I'm in Escalco. Yep, Dan. He's coming to the Nutter Center, and gosh, that's not till like November though. Right after the potential Phish at Hampton shows. Woo! What'd you do? Your keyboard is slit. I don't know. What'd you do? I'm not sure, Spud. I know. Is it the well? I have lost a little weight, Grant, but it's also this vertical thing. I don't know. YouTube has just really been pushing the vertical thing. Isn't that like more TikTok? I don't know. This isn't going to be a thing on this channel, believe me, but I know. I was just kind of saying that, SE. It's just been the ongoing rumor. Never ends. Sometimes the weeks change. And look, it's a possibility. I wouldn't say it's, I don't know. We'll see. I would be surprised with everything they're doing up through the summer that they're also going to do a Halloween. But hey, perhaps perhaps 24 is it and they're going to go out with a bang. Nose has started running ever since I went live. I don't have any tissues in here. Hated to do that, man. Hated to just use my finger to wipe my nose right here on the live stream. It's rough. Now you're like, he's down there wiping it on his leg, isn't he? No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't wipe snot on my leg. I would certainly maybe rub it underneath the table, though. Where did it go, dude? I rubbed it over here on the couch. One of the cats will come on later over and scratch it. Hey, what's up, President Lesh? Nah, I'm not hitting the sphere, man. Totally couch touring that. I don't know what couch tour will be like. I imagine it'll still be cool. I mean, heck, I was just watching some like fan YouTube videos of stuff at the sphere, so. Oh yeah, all those old shows sound excellent, Dan. Mike is so much better sounding, I believe. If you compare like something pre 99, like an official release versus like even 2003, 2003 and 4 might be the worst on the live Phish app when you're listening to older shows. The current 3.0 era much better, but nice, President Lesh. Have fun, man. I'll be looking for you. I did not know. I gotta say, I did not even know that. I didn't even know that. Hey, what's up, Jason? Um. Oh, cool. That would have been pretty cool. I knew that Phil was out there. I saw some video of Phil having to sit and take a seat one night. It's like, damn, yeah. Not very long, Matthew. No. I am not, Jason. That's what SE said he's going, and he just asked me. No, I am not. I mean, they look like they're going to be awesome, I'm sure. But no. I would assume they'll go back at some point. And did I hear that Dead and Company is now adding shows to their residency? Damn. I know it's ridiculous, Dan. And then whatever one they put out a while back too, was it maybe something from like '95? For the I don't know, family, parents, job, nothing necessarily. I just don't necessarily. I don't yearn for whatever. I mean, anytime I visit a state, I'm like, eh. I mean, obviously, if you visit a state with an ocean and you're on the beach, like that's a banger. Mountains, a little overrated. Kind of a. I'm not a big fan of driving through mountains. It wears on me quickly. So if you ain't got a beach, man, whatever. You're basically Ohio. I don't know. That's just how I feel. Then you get into like a major city like Chicago. Again, it just becomes a little bit annoying. There's just too many people. It's like, what do you need that many people for, man? And then I'm sure there's some hidden little gems out there. Some little town in Idaho with like 7,000 people probably rocks. I know Mary lived in Montana and really loved it. She lived in Minneapolis and hated it. So I don't know. But I still got time. It's okay. I don't dislike it. I'm not like, hey man, Ohio rules. I'm not like that. But it's fine, sure. It's like everywhere else, basically. The most disappointing was when I went to Dallas, and I was like, oh, we like went somewhere out to like dinner, and I'm like, just looks like Huber Heights. What is this? Like everything looks the same. The highways are a little bigger. They go higher. They got more highways, more cars, more people. And of course, there was a horrible car accident while right as we were walking into dinner. It's like that's what happens when you get all these people. And even for Ohio, like Dayton is very, smallish. It's like the sixth or seventh biggest city. So even our biggest city isn't that big. Perhaps. And I don't know. I mean, we do have the lake, so we got some stuff. I remember one guy was slamming on Ohio one time and he described it as landlocked. It's like, well, man, if you're going to slam and insult Ohio, at least get it right. We go surfing in Ohio, you know? What do you think about that, buddy? I don't know where that jackass lived, but I doubt if he could go surfing. Well, I mean, there's plenty of places you can go surfing, but yeah, I don't know. I think the spear will be cool. I don't, you know, but really, if I was going to do Vegas, I think I would rather just be at the MGM for like a Halloween run. That was awesome. I did that one time and it was great. Hey, what's up, Ambassador G? Sorry, I've kind of lost track of the thing. Thanks for asking something, Matthew. I don't think anybody's ever asked me that before. It kind of, at least, I don't know, something. Dallas blows. Scott's not a fan of Dallas. I didn't think Dallas, I wouldn't say it blows, but I was just like, I don't know. I think I was just expecting like a whole different world. I was like, mostly I've been to like the Midwest and then like Vegas and then some like beach cities in Carolinas. So for some reason, I was just expecting Dallas to be a whole like different world, man. I don't know what I was expecting really. I drove there. Everything I drove through sucked. I don't know. It wasn't a nice drive. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting that. I wouldn't say Dallas. I didn't hate it though. My favorite part went to some massive bar. I don't know. They had a live band. That was pretty cool. Um, yeah. Trying to think of what else. And I just went there just basically to hang out with friends. They were there working and we're going to be there for a couple of weeks. And I was like, well, shit, I'm going to have nothing to do that week. I'll just come down. Hung out with them. Rained a lot. Drive home was awful. Then I remember when I got home because I just drove straight from Dallas to Dayton coming home. And then when I got home, like I come home, I throw some stuff on the ground, and pretty quickly I like sit down at the computer. I don't know, probably started checking like RMP back in that day, Rec Music Fish. And I saw yellow lines like in front of me, like they were still there. I could like see the highway kind of. And I was just like, no. And for a while, I saw yellow lines. Yep, Dan Z. Somebody earlier said no to Halloween, but possibly the rest of the month is is a possibility. I know that I'm thinking. I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm gonna trust them, Dan. But you're right. I'm sure it won't be the same experience as being there. But I don't know. Just YouTube some spear videos, and then, I think I like that wildlife video or program or whatever. Your programs. Watch the wildlife program. It's just like people with their cell phones recording, and it looks pretty cool. You saw Oysterhead at the House of Blues in Vegas? Yeah. Oh man, I bet. Oh, dude. Oh, really? You sat at the Oxygen bar for 30 bucks for 15 minutes, not just not to be crushed. Nice. One time at Deer Creek, I paid to get into some like sheltered bar. Hey, what's up, Taboot Taboot? No, I think that Greg guy looks wild. Like every now and then, my friends and I will send each other a picture of Greg. Like maybe if something crazy happens in sports or whatever. And yeah, I don't. I won't. I wouldn't say I know enough about their music to really comment too deeply on them. But from what I hear, I don't. I'm not like. I'm not like dying to hear more. I guess I would say. I've never seen them live. I bet you it would change if I saw them live. But I do appreciate their appearance. Greg just looks wild. And he just is not like making fun of him, but he's just got like a funny, fun look to him. Especially if you can catch him like mid rocking out. Well, it wasn't Oysterhead actually. I was gonna say my Oysterhead experience was the complete opposite, dude. But it was actually the Frog Brigade, this kind of smallish place in Milwaukee, and a snowstorm hit, and nobody except very few of us showed up. So that was kind of rad. Basically could sit, even though we chose not to sit on the floor. We just sat in the very front of the balcony, like kind of off to the side. It just felt like we looked down, and Like there they were. They were just right there, and it was great. And then we were freaking out the whole time, or at least I was, that our cars were going to be like buried afterwards, or because it was just snowing and snowing, and it was really hard to get there. And then the parking lot, it was like, is this a parking spot? We didn't really know where to park. They hadn't even plowed or anything yet, and it wasn't expected to stop. And dude, oh, sorry, Lady Luck, sorry about your Tigers. I know. I mean, at least Tennessee. I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you don't care what Tennessee does, but at least Tennessee and I think Texas A&M have done something. You got one team who played later tonight, I believe. There's like 7 teams from the Southeastern Conference made it. I don't know why I was such a believer in the Southeastern Conference. All of a sudden, they're a basketball conference, according to me. Saban retires. Now they're good at hoops. I don't know what's going on with my hair. Should have busted out a hat for this one. All right. So, who is Jeremy? Is that somebody from Pigeons? Mm-hmm. Webcasting, you mean? You saying they're most likely going to webcast SE? You think? I think so too. Oh, they're a women's basketball conference. True. I mean, for South Carolina's really good now, right? Forever it was Tennessee, I guess, as I was growing up. Cheering against the Tide. Oh yeah, Alabama. That's the other team, right? Yeah, I'm like I don't know. When I'm like, say if Michigan was in this tournament, it would be hard to root for them. I certainly wouldn't root for them, but I wouldn't be crazy like I hope they lose. And a team like Purdue, I don't care if Purdue wins. Um, but yeah, it'd be tough. If Michigan was in the championship game, I would kind of hope they lost. Like when they played Alabama, I was kind of hoping Alabama won. I mean, I'm no fan of Alabama, but yeah, it's starting to grow back a little bit. It's nicely, isn't it, Spud? God, I hope the webcast is just the normal price. All right, so let me take one. Never mind, we don't need to take one last look at that. Whoa, monitor face. I saw. Yes, I have, and that's all right. And I don't mind talking about my first show, but it's just that like, dude, I was such a chomper, and I saw such a great show, Matthew. That it was that Polaris '99 show. Got the dinner and a movie treatment. It's got the live Phish release treatment. But I had some friends who had gotten into Phish somewhere in the mid to late '90s, and by this show in '99, they were definitely into it, and I was not. I went, but I didn't really enjoy it. Really, I mean, I wouldn't say I didn't enjoy it, but I didn't realize how awesome it was for sure. But boy, I'm looking at the set list now. This is the second set: Ghost Free, Birds of a Feather, Meat Stick, Fire. And the Ghost and the Birds of a Feather were really good. So yeah, that was my first show. My first show that I went to and really enjoyed it and was like, oh man, I got to do more of this was Cincinnati 2003. Those winter shows. It's like February 20th and 21st. There's a bathtub gin. There's some of the lights that night for whatever reason. Maybe because it was the first indoor show. I'd also saw them in 2000 at Riverbend. The following year at Polaris, there was that crazy storm year. It was really muddy and wet at Riverbend that year too. Night two for sure in that U.S. Bank Arena. Yeah, that Mike's Free Waste 2001 Harry Hood. I just remember that whole section of the second set. The lights really blew me away. Same friends I went to the shows with the other time, but and then I went to shows with them guys mainly all the way up through I guess '09, and then maybe once at one of the Wrigley shows in 15. So, Columbus, Ohio. Nice, nice. Cool. That's where Mary's from. Oh no, you think $50 a night? I hope not. I was an OG chomper. Yeah, really. Maybe it will. Maybe you'll need some kind of special glasses to watch or something. Oh, okay, he is Dan Z. I see. I see. Oh, really? You know, I haven't checked out Spafford in a while. Like I've mentioned it before on this Riggs Digs. Right as I was kind of just dabbling into Spafford, I discovered King Gizzard, and then I spent like the next year basically just going crazy for some King Gizzard. Got King Gizzard tickets now, and Spafford was long gone. In fact, about a month into the King Gizzard journey, a friend of mine also, same friend that I was just talking about going to those Phish shows with, I sent him a Spafford link, and I was like, remember like a month ago when we liked these guys? We kind of got a good chuckle about that. But again, not that I dislike them. It's just that I just didn't love them. You know, sometimes I hear a band, I hear a couple of songs, and I'm like, oh, these guys are pretty good. So I'll listen to a little bit more, and if it doesn't catch me within, you know, 5 or 6 songs or a set's worth of music, you know, I'm usually like, eh. But then even King Gizzard took me like 3 tries. The first 2 times I heard them, they needed those 2022 albums in the. They needed that in the arsenal. But Spafford live again. Once again, if I was there live, I'm sure Spafford would be awesome. Although it took me like 3 tries to feel like that with Phish. It took me an arena to see that with Phish. And then I also saw Bonnaroo in between during the Phish hiatus. I went to that first Bonnaroo, got to see some cool bands, like bands that I hadn't really seen before, types of bands even. Like I had never even seen a I don't know who was somebody there, like I don't know, the Disco Biscuits, Widespread Panic, Frog Brigade. I was going to see pre that. I had seen Phish, I don't know, and mostly just mainstream bands, a lot of old classic rock bands that were kind of trying to reignite things there in the 90s. Remember going to see Better Than Ezra at one point. I figured they would, Dan. I'm going to the Covington, Kentucky show. And I listen to so many podcasts. Then I'm watching like just sports content. I know, man. There's just only so much time. Eggy. See, that's another band I hear about. These dogs in a pile. I keep hearing about these dogs in a pile. I keep hearing about these dogs in a pile. What's up? What's going on with these dogs? How many of them is there? How big is this pile? Are the dogs okay? Can the ones on the bottom breathe? But yeah, man. And I watched a YouTube video of those guys. They seem pretty good. Um, I think vocally I like them a little better, even maybe, unless I'm confusing them. But I was like, oh, oh, those are the loudest shows. I saw Guided by Voices. That was a pretty loud show. Being a Dayton guy, you think I would have seen them before 2021, but 2021 that was our my first like show back after everything. To boot, you're a Dogs in a Pile fan. Yeah, they're not bad, huh? And like, how many years they've been around? They just been at a few years, probably, right? Yeah, same thing. Rig digs me neither. Melvins are loud. Yeah, they seem like they'd be loud. Seen Spafford several times. Cool, cool. Big Sipe. That the one that hooked you? You mean? Boom, boom. Well, we have went way past the 20 allotted minutes that I had planned on. Ooh, be careful, Matthew. Getting the Goose fans in here. Those are fighting words. Goose fans much like Phish fans. Goose fans very protective of Goose. But we'll see how long Goose. Are they going to be a band that's around 20 years from now still touring? Are they going to continue to grow? Doing 3 nights at Dick's? I don't know. Will Phish always just stay in their way? Like, damn it, I wish Phish would just permanently retire to the rest of these jam. Well, that's a good question though. Do the other jam bands need Phish around? Like, if you, in one way, you're like they need Phish to retire so they can, people have time to go see them. They're not spending all their time and money seeing Phish. But if Phish goes away, does all this go away? You know what I mean? Kind of like when Dale Earnhardt died. Some people probably thought, well, once Big D's gone, the rest of us can kind of, get our share. Well, once he was gone, the whole sport kind of. Now I know Spud's like, "What are you talking about, dude? I'm still there every Sunday." But Spud, I feel like that's somewhat true, right? I mean, they were like they were like right there with the big three or four on ESPN, really, getting really good coverage on ESPN. The races were on ESPN. They were on Fox. They had a big deal with Big Fox at the same time. I think simultaneously even. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know what would happen if Phish went away. I know I would probably lose overall interest. It's not like I would then all of a sudden be like going to see Dogs in a Pile and become like a Dogs in a Pile recapper guy. You're kidding me. Is that true, Dan Z? Damn. Everybody, man. Tickets are just crazy now. But yeah, that seems a bit high for them. King Gizzard tickets were still really reasonable. I believe under $50 each, I believe. Even though the comedy tickets were even a little bit outrageous. Just for some average to bad seats to see Sebastian and Bill, man, they weren't cheap. And I'm not saying the guys aren't worth it, but man, damn, it's just like can't anybody just be like $25 or something? I mean, you could still Marvin, that's a band, but then they don't tour as much anymore. I don't know. You can go see them for $10 some nights. I guess you go down to New Orleans, hit up some of them clubs, see some cool music for little to next to nothing. Yeah, I don't know, Ryan. Right? Figure Phish isn't the Dead and Company is another big strong part of the whole scene. I would guess they cannot keep going much longer. My God. 50 bucks for the gorge. Yeah, where I'm playing is not quite the gore, or where I'm going to see them is not quite that. So I could see my show being a little cheaper. But yeah, I think I got two tickets for just under $100. I have not been catching anything he's done lately. It's weird, man. It's like I listen to a lot of Billy, then I go to the show, and then I like check out on Billy for a while until I'm ready to go see him again. I see he's doing a lot of back-to-back nights now in cities, right? Is that what he announced with his recent tour? Pretty cool. You're right. Mo has String Cheese and Mo. They have two bands that have just kind of consistently been out there. And then a few like startups around that time. I guess Twiddle's taking a break. I don't know if it's permanent or temporary. But they were another one that just sort of like, oh. I think at one point I compared Goose to Twiddle. I was like, Goose will be the next Twiddle. They'll have some fans, they'll sell some tickets, but Greensky. Somebody earlier mentioned Dopapod, but they just don't have the chance. Spud, I don't think I never saw J Rat or anybody like that either, I don't think. All right, guys. Well, I hate to abruptly end this, I guess is what I'm trying to say. No left turn unstoned. All right, but I gotta pee. I gotta get something to eat. Check out what's going on with these games. What's going on with these games? Maybe go shampoo this greasy ass hair. I'm telling you, I don't know why my hair gets so oily. What's going on with that? Anybody know why my hair gets so oily? I just took a shower yesterday. Is it the Head and Shoulders? All right, guys. Boom. Thanks for stopping by, Dan Z, Lady Luck, Spud, and Ryan, of course. Matt, thanks for talking. Fish Finder. To boot, thank you for the donation. Riggs Diggs chiming in. All right, Ambassador G, glad you stopped by. SE, of course. And Ja Rule, Ja Volunteer. Any SEC fans? Brandon, Earl was here early, I think, early on. President Lesh stopped by, say hello. Jason, of course. Michael. All right, guys. Boom, boom, boom. The spam brain is there. Giving a bit. Hey, what's up, man? Boom. You got the official boom. All right, man. I don't know if we'll ever go back to this vertical iPad thing, but YouTube was really pushing it, and I was like, all right, I'll try it. I hate how, like, just looking at my face on this stupid monitor. At least over here, it's a much smaller. On this big computer screen, it's much smaller. I look at this iPad. Like, you know how iPads are, man. Let me out of here. Thanks, guys. I love you.